and we did it together. We made it through stressful nights, Boston's cost of living, snowstorms. For some of you, I know the first time, I remember seeing pictures of people jumping in the snow. Some daily startling cannon ejections from when we weren't really awake. Yep, remember those in the morning. Some questionable but always tempting free food in the common areas. And some wildly fun group outings, and I'll leave that at that. And so much more. I believe that everyone deserves an award tonight for just making it through those things alone. I know that we all have so many people that are proud of us, but most importantly, I hope that we have all made ourselves proud. Classmates, I am so honored to have been nominated by you all to speak today. I was both honored and a little stressed when I saw the nomination. My mind saw the email and went to, how do you come up with a worthwhile 5-minute speech, and this won't be 5 minutes, after the year and a half we have been through? What meaningful things do I have to offer my classmates after being in the midst of what I like to call panorama, pandemia, panini, whatever you want to call this event of history? But nothing I say today will change the trials, the struggles, the tragedies, or the hurdles we all had to overcome this past year and a half. And in that very same thought, nothing I say today will change the joys, the successes, the achievements, or the blessings we have all experienced this past year and a half. Not to get morbid or anything here, but I remember I saw this graphic on Instagram of how life is the sum of that dash on the gravestones between birth and death. But it also mentioned that we lose sight of that line not being a straight one. If we zoom in, we'll see the ups and downs. There are some really amazing highs and some really sucky lows. In our new journey as new grads, we'll be part of that line whether it feels like a high or a low. So what I say today won't be focused on changing or contemplating what has already passed, but what we can do for the future. For ourselves, for our patients. It's about what the next part of the line could look like, on how we make it through the highs and the lows of the next chapter and beyond. There's a phrase that our class has gotten really used to hearing from as an answer from faculty for like 75% of our academic questions. We heard it so much that we even got it printed on our class shirts. Classmates, can we all say it together on 1, 2, and 3?
It depends.
Right, yep, it depends. It depends, a faculty favorite. Well, after only just under a year working full-time in a clinic, I couldn't agree more. It does depend. Today, though, I want to imprint another less circulated, but I think well understood phrase on you all to carry forward. This phrase was most likely to be heard whenever one of us was freaking out before a practical exam, Alicia, I love you, where we would need to showcase our hands-on patient care skills. It was a phrase of solace that if you could at least do this and have put in the work beforehand to prepare for the practical, it was hugely likely that you would pass no matter how tough it felt. The phrase is, don't safety fail, right? Don't safety fail. Now for the family and friends listening in that may be unfamiliar with this, safety fails were the few responsibilities on our exam rubrics that had to be done in order to pass. You could do almost everything right, and a safety fail could negate all of that. That list included things that would keep our patients safe, like putting on a gait belt so they wouldn't fall, checking for any medical reasons why the patient would not be able to receive your planned treatment. When we said don't safety fail, we were essentially telling each other, you have prepared adequately enough for this that as long as you don't safety fail, everything else in there will fall in line and you will pass. I'm not sure about everyone else, but I found that to be quite empowering and affirming for most practical exams, to know that if I at least did these things, I had enough in me to make everything else work out. And that's what I want to instill in us today. We don't know what this new chapter of new grad life is going to throw at us. We don't know if tomorrow will be a move on that line towards a high or a low. But if we thought about taking care of our well-beings, what about that along the way? What if that was our safety fails? Follow me on this. This new chapter for us will be filled with new job decisions, finding value outside of academia, family and relationship changes, home relocations, adjustments to being a full-time provider, and a lot of other nauseating adult things. And I entirely believe that we are all prepared enough to figure these things out and overcome them all, no matter what path we choose to take. Implementing personal safety fails, however, will prevent us from losing ourselves along the way, prevent us from burning out, prevent us from losing sight of our drive in this profession. These life safety fails are what grounds us. I'm still in the process of learning what mine are, but I do know that community is one of them. Any great decision I can make in life can feel meaningless if community isn't involved. So for my personal and professional decisions, connection and involvement with community has to be checked off for it to be a viable option for me. So as we move on from being handed a rubric to now creating our own, I want us all to take the time and think of what our safety fails are in life. Find what will ground you, what will keep you moving forward, what will keep you fueled, energized, and inspired. What is necessary for you to remain whole? Each and every one of you are incredible, and I am beyond amazed by the community I have amongst this class. I'm not sure I have receipts, but I do believe that we were noted as one of the most compassionate and collaborative classes that came out of the BPT department. We can run back what David just said. And I'm completely biased, but I 1000% agree. The world is just so blessed to have this class of brilliant and beautiful people serving the world. But as we serve, as we navigate the highs and lows of this continuing line of life, let's not forget to take care of ourselves. Let's stay true to our principles, nourish our wellness, and keep being critical about the decisions we have ahead. We are prepared for it. Just don't safety fail. Thank you.